One driving crew,
Yep.
and then my buddy Chris and his girlfriend were the second one.
Yep.
And he had a topper on the back of his pickup truck, so
Yep.
we put a futon back in. Drift anything. My mom, I learned how to drive on a 1982 Volkswagen Beetle.
Oh yeah.
Manual car.
Onsen kind of spa facility or whatever. And they dam up
Established?
Yeah, like an establishment. They dam up the National Hot Spring River. And they use it, but then at like 9:30 p.m. or 10 or whatever it is, they stop service, so they like... Here we go again, to Daigo Falls, Ibaraki, Ken Prefecture, not to be confused with Ibaraki City, which I discovered is a place in Kansai region in Japan. I went here last year with Phil, a friend from the final school that I worked at, and this year, Drew is also accompanying me, which is awesome. We've got the bro ship happening. I want to take you with me so you can see one of the most beautiful places in my opinion, and now I've gone a few in Japan. Beautiful, serene, remote, one of the most amazing places that you could go, and I want to take you with me. In case you were unaware, I actually live in Kyoto now. I've done some neighborhood tour videos. Maybe this is the first time finding my channel. You didn't know that. I actually today, I want to say get to take the Shinkansen, because I love taking the Shinkansen. But I take a Shinkansen to Tokyo, and then I'm going to visit a friend up in Ibaraki and overshoot where I will go tomorrow before we head up to Daigo Falls. So it's going to be a bit of a journey, but a journey I'm excited to take part in. Akiが好き?
秋はいいですね。
そうですね。涼しくなりましたから大好きです。
京都のね、そのサマーはね、ひどいですね。
あ、辛いです。
もうサマーない方がいいですね。
そうそうそう。でも今年はあまり良くないですね。まあまあ、温度がです。今日は楽しんでください。ありがとうございます。I'm going to reserve on the app that they have for the Shinkansen, which is super convenient if you're here and you plan to use the Shinkansen. Simplest thing in the world to sign up for. Very good idea. And you can kind of do it the moment of, especially people are traveling less right now. Hop on the Shinkansen for about 2.5 hours, 2 hours 20 to get to Tokyo, and then we'll take a single line out into Ibaraki, the least desirable prefecture in Japan. But I love it because of the people. So I was just very, very lucky. I wanted to buy the ticket for the green car with my Suica, and I went up to pay, and I didn't have it. But some guy came up and was like, "You dropped this." So lucky me today, somebody helped me out when I dropped my card, because that would have been brutal. I'm the only one on here, so I don't mind speaking. Final trip. I'm going back to my old station. Iwama, a good friend, lives here, and we're gonna hang out. It's crazy that all of this is nostalgia. Like going back here, I haven't been here for like 6 months. Hadn't been through Tokyo for 6 months. It's weird. It's a lot of fun too, and I miss the green car.
This is cool. Hour and 40. Best $8 you ever spent. Like 800 yen. Actually, no, it was 1,000 yen, so about 10 bucks. So we're gonna chill tonight. We're gonna go out for a little yakiniku. Delicious. Then we're going to hit up the onsen. I love onsens. If I had to choose maybe one of my favorite aspects of Japanese culture, it's probably gonna be the onsen. I absolutely love it. And then tomorrow we head out for Daigo Falls at about 10:30. So the adventure has begun. It continues. It's awesome, and it's such a beautiful place that we're going to. I love this. This reminds me too. Here we are. I used to do fall camping in Canada with my dad. He was like really into camping. We went on this like week-long canoe trip around this place called Bowen Lakes, and we would go in fall because nobody would be in the park.
Please watch your step when you leave the train.
Okay. Want to make sure that I get out. Get out. That was like the most Canadian accent I've had for a while. That's pretty funny. All right. Dean has an insane car. It's super nice. It's like some Suzuki Swift, except his is like the Suzuki Swift, like with all the sports stuff on it. And it's really, really nice. Saved up, got a great deal on it through one of these import-export places. It's not an import car, obviously, it's Suzuki, but you get great deals there. Holy shit. I'm back. Back in the boonies. Here we go. Cool guy and his cool guy ride. The wind's gonna be horrible right now. But I still wanted to show you guys. Look at this. Pan around. Look at this cool guy and his cool ride. We've leapt forward in time and we've finished going to the onsen as well as the yakiniku. We went to this place. It was very nostalgic for me. It's very bottom of the barrel, but it's delicious. It's all you can eat yakiniku. It's about 2,200 yen for each person. You can get a drink bar with that as well. And we used to always go to the gym, and then we would go there, and then I discovered this Super Sento, which was not so far from there, about another 8 minutes, and hot sauna, cold bath. Great stuff, good for longevity. Look at this Canadian lumberjack with his epic, majestic beard. Behold the Canadianness. Oh, I'll sit in the back. I'll sit in the back. Oh, yeah. Just pop out. Oh, yes. Pure gold.
Made the reservation at this stage for the first week of January. So you guys would be thinking about doing something.
Where are you going?
We were planning to go back up to Iwate.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So we've got some family up there.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, so far that's the main plan.
This corner.
But you guys thinking Hokkaido?
Yeah.
That'd be right on.
Hokkaido.
Yeah.
Any
Gonna ride.
tentative dates yet, or?
No,
Really
nothing
soon.
whatsoever.
Hopefully we've gotten in early enough that we can get the best campsite. That's a big part of this game, you see. It's us getting there, getting the setup,
Get the
right?
site, stake our ground.
Stake our ground. So we are closing in. How long do you think we are now?
10 minutes?
10 minutes away, and time will tell if we get the sweet spot.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah. And when you do it though, like it's so rewarding once you come out the other side, if you will. Or even when you're doing it at the time, because it's like you're earning whatever you're doing, and hopefully it's worth what you're doing is worth it for sure.
Oh yeah, if you can go, yeah. Yes. That is so sick.
140? Jesus. This was laboring.
So they can each film each other. That's really neat.
That's a Ferrari. This is okay, yeah.
that's it.
So that's actually pretty promising. Not too many tents.
Yeah.
Not many at all, man.
Okay, cool.
And some of these will be day campers too.
Yeah.
We have arrived, we have registered, and we have set up base camp. Give you guys a little look down the river. And it is not too busy at all. So we've arrived at a good time to stake everything out. And this is the base of chill. We'll probably have to give that a more official name.
Come on in.
Come on in.
Have a look around.
Let's crack open this treasure trove. Oh yes. Imagine a golden shining light. You don't need to. It's natural. Let's get into it. Oh, chilled. All right, I want to give you guys a little bit of a walk around because I gave you the first look and we checked out that. But now I've set up, due to my dear friend, Mihao, he hooked me up with this tent, real high quality. Don't inspect too closely my job setting it up because I think that's questionable. But we have this really, really beautiful weather. And so I don't think it's gonna be anything at all in terms of having to worry about torrential downpour and then suddenly you're shit out of luck because you didn't set your fly up properly. But we're good. Gents are gonna set up, go up here, gents are gonna set up like there. We got our main castle set up here. And actually there's a little walkway right here. And as soon as you can tell, it's growing late in the day. As soon as it gets a little darker, then we're gonna go down, we'll set up our chairs by the river. And this is the magic of Bluetooth. I got my Bluetooth speaker here. So we'll go down, set up the Bluetooth speaker, dip into the cooler a bit more and let the festivities continue. But it's looking sublime, absolutely sublime. Tons of real estate, not too many people, perfect weather. The guys are pointing out where there was like a cloud of dragonflies here before. They actually eat mosquitoes, so you know that now it's serene and peaceful. I think I need to get back to the merrymaking though, and dig into one more of these Aki Aji beer, seasonal. Japan does that so well.
Bird fly, we'll just say dinner!
Yes,
said dinner fly.
that's cool. That's cool.
Be wrong.
Delicious.
Just in time.
It's come to that wonderful time of the day when it makes sense to go down near the river and enjoy that cool breeze created by the water's flow. And a nice sunset, really. Just over the hill behind us here. Of course, appropriately provisioned and me out of breath because I've made this trip several times now. But it's so awesome. It's cool. As soon as you get down here, you notice how the rocks totally change because here is where the water flows over them. And everything's just a little more smooth, a little more laid back, kind of matching the vibe if you were to come down here. Here we are. Won't you join us? It is absolutely glorious. I got the polarizer on now because it's so bright. Where it was really dirty water yesterday, so we couldn't go swimming, it is now a beautiful emerald green, and this will be the second time today. We are going for a dip, and we have grown increasingly efficient at it. Good times. It was actually strong enough, the current was strong enough that it was like one of those machines, those pools where it puts a current against you and then you can just swim in one spot, stationary. I tried a little bit earlier this morning, but it was intense, to say the least. And I did find myself getting swept downstream a little bit, but yeah, wait until you see this. It is immaculate.
gorgeous. And with this polarizer, we should cut through the glare so it'll look even more amazing.
Oh man, it's like it's maybe even more subtle. It's like sand.
Yeah.
It sounds like sand through the hourglass. So are the days of our lives.
Eventually, like, the more realized, evolved form of all of this is like definitely getting more narrative structure in with you, like being on camera, talking more, but combining, like you said, just like combining the cinematic aspect of that. But how do you transcend it? How much do you talk? What do you talk about? Like, there's all these, like, it gets a lot more complicated, but when you can marry those things perfectly, then you have transcended the cliche and you're a tastemaker.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
That's the direction for sure.
Yeah.
Navigating by the stars, and then also, yeah, like in the Greek mythology as well, and like the different constellations,
Yeah.
the stories behind them. I'm just fascinated by it.
Well, they're all up here. I can notice probably a handful of constellations, but I'll probably get the names wrong. But like Cassiopeia, I think.
Yeah, I saw Cassiopeia earlier. Yeah.
Jupiter. We saw Jupiter, and you could see the moons of Jupiter too. Like it was that clear of a night.
Wow, man.
And then obviously in a very, very closer scale, just even looking at the moon
Yeah.
through a telescope on a clear night, like it's really, you see it all the time in movies, you see it always in the sky, but when you actually see all the craters and everything in it, it's really, really cool.
Oh man, that's like awe-inducing.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
actually, that's something I think I would want to do with my kids. It'd be astronomy together like that, because I'm fascinated by it.